welcome, welcome, welcome to another grand and glorious episode of Arizona Griper, starring your beautiful host, Mr. Arizona. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody's feeling well. And hopefully everybody's having a good day. And I lost my chat. So I'll be back. Okay, I think I fixed the problem. No, I didn't. I don't know why it does this. Got my chat. Now I got my chat. Now I need to adjust it. There. Okay. Now we got everything going. Thank you for the like, by the way, even though I didn't see didn't get a chance to see the comment through all this fracas going on, all this crap going on. So but anyway, I was watching on hey Matt, how's it going, brother? Good to see you, man. But anyway, you know what's funny? And this is what I learned off of a guy on TikTok. He says, do you realize how many versions of you basically live inside people's own heads? Thank you. I mean, think about it. This person thinks of you this way. This person thinks of you that way. This person thinks, you know what I mean? There's like over 5,000 different versions of you, and each are individual. It's like, it's you, but it's the you that's inside their own head. Isn't that crazy? When you think about it. I'm ready for the England. Oh, cool. Cool. I hope the team that you won, I hope the team that you betted on, I hope they beat the pants off of the other person. Whoever that is. All I can say is go sports. You can tell I'm a real big sports nut. Not really, but you know, it is what it is. That's the dog's background playing around shit. So I don't think you want to see all that. So, but anyway, I just find it funny how, you know, how many different versions of me live inside of everybody's own minds. That means technically I live in the hearts and the minds of just about everybody here. Rent free, sitting there kicking back. Because you know that they think of one version of me or another. But you know the true version of you is? Where the true version of you is? Right here. In your own heart. In your own place. And that's something, hey, what's up? That's something that they could never change. That's something they could never take away. That's something that they could never alter or anything like that. They could think of all kinds of different copies of you. Whether it's, you know, stupid profile or stupid picture or anything. Or even whatever they concoct in their own dang mind. But it's amazing how many different versions of you are from literally hundreds of different people that see you, listen to you, and watch you every single day. Whether they like, whether they subscribe, whether they whatever, they still watch. You know, I was on Jake's panel the other day, and I actually had fun on there. You know, I wasn't into the bullshit of YouTube or nothing like that. I didn't care about it. You know, honestly, I didn't care. I was there to see him, to say hi, and also, I'm glad I did. Because I've been wanting for a long time to say something to Jake that it took me a long time to say it. It took me a long time to get up the balls to go up there and just say what was on my mind. And I finally told him the thing that I've been wanting to tell him. I told him thank you. And the reason why I said thank you is because a while back, people were going at my family, going at me, just literally trashing my whole entire family, trashing me, everything. And nobody stood up. Nobody said a word. Until Jake stood up and said, had enough. And you know what he said? He said, if you're going to come at somebody, come at me. If you're going to go at somebody, go at me. He would rather take the hits than have me. He protected me, and he protected my family at that time. And he still does to this day. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank him for that. Because, you know, despite him being a little bit of a dickhead and all that, if you take all that away, every bit of it, I mean, think about it. Take all the YouTube shit that he's ever done or ever said, take that all away from him. Just take it all out of there. And what do you have left? You have a pretty good dude. Because he really does have a heart underneath all that. He does. And he's really not as big of an asshole as you guys think he is. You guys think he's a dickhead. You guys think he's an asshole because of what he's done. But if you take all that away, if you really just strip it all out, you'll find out that there is a good person underneath all that. It's just sometimes harder to see. But me, I see it. Hell, I've experienced it. You know, there's so many times to where he and I had legitimate talks about, not about YouTube and about the bullshit, but just general life. Just life in general. Because he knew that I didn't really care about, I still don't, didn't really care about YouTube and the politics and the bullshit going on. I don't care about it. You know, it's not my thing. I've always belonged right here doing my own thing. I've always done that. You know, to tell you the truth. And I told him the truth about it. I said, you know what? The drama community had no place for me. I never really belonged in there. I still don't. That's why I'm glad I'm on my own. I'm glad I'm doing my own thing, running my own stuff, just, I don't have to sit here and talk about people all the time. I don't have to sit there and degrade people all the time. Jake does all that because that's Jake. Jake loves to talk shit. He loves to stir the pot. That's what he does. That's what he chose to do. Yeah, he gets a lot of backlash. Yeah, he gets a lot of crap. But that's the name of the game for him. He wants to, because then that way more people are watching, more people are talking about him. And then, it's just, it's what he does. I'm not going to wrong him for it. I'm not going to, fucking burn him for it. Jake is Jake. And, if you don't like him, it's the same way, and I told him the truth on this too. I said, look, it's just like going to a restaurant to eat. The food's going to make you sick. The service is going to be disgusting. And, everything is going to be not like you want it. Well, here's what it is. Then why watch? Then why keep going back? Why keep subscribing? Why keep watching the same old shit over and over and over again? If you don't like somebody, and if you don't want to watch them anymore, then why do you keep doing it? That's like going to a restaurant and saying, man, this food sucks. This food is shitty. And it makes you feel ill. But at the same time, the next day, you're right back ordering the same thing, complaining about the same stuff. It's like, people don't understand the simplicities of being on a YouTube platform. If you really want to hurt somebody, if you really want to starve them of attention, then unsubscribe, block them, and walk away. Because think about it. If there's a fire out there and you keep adding gasoline and you keep adding wood to it, it's going to keep burning. But once you stop and say, you know what, that's not worth my time anymore, guess what? The fire has no energy. It burns out and it goes away. Same with everything else in this world. They have that little block button for a reason. Jake, don't scare me like that, dude. Don't fucking scare me like that. Oh, fuck. You're going to have me looking at the sky all day. Oh, boy. Speaking of birds, oh, my God. My wife just showed up. Oh, I do. I'm going to tell you guys something now. Now, Jake brought this up. This is true.
Go.
This is kind of true.
Go.
Hold on a minute. Hold on, I want to wait for my wife to go inside before I do this because I got to watch the dogs and stuff. But anyway, okay. Now, this is true, guys, and you could quote me on this. You know how that there's a lot of people missing around the world? Just random people. It doesn't matter who it is, but they wind up disappearing. They wind up like vanishing without a trace. Well, I believe that there's something out there that we don't, that's not explained. There's something out there that's basically, you know, not yet figured out. And what it does is it's sometimes they fly and sometimes they could look like normal people just like you and me. And I believe that they basically abduct random people. But that's why number one rule is, number one, never go anywhere at night. Once that sun goes down, your butt's inside. Because usually at night is when all the crazy shit happens. That's when the real stuff goes on. Okay, good night. You take care. Peace. Hey, what's up? But like I said, just be careful out there, guys, because you never know. Hey, it could happen to me. And remember, Jake, if that does happen, that means you got to, you know, you told me you would delete your channel. So that means that's got to actually happen. I got to record it. And it's got to actually happen. If I have a big bird that's going to come by and take me, well, at least I'll have it documented. Hey, this is Arizona Griper. Well, bye. But no, seriously, though, Jake, you don't have to delete your channel, dude. You don't have to do that. I'm just fucking around with you. But if it does happen, like I said, I would love to have it documented that it did happen. Even though no one would ever see me again, but still, including my wife. My wife would be the first one to try and figure it out. What happened to my husband? You know, he was around here earlier this evening and then just disappeared. I called the police. Nobody could find him. Called everybody. No one saw him. You know, guys, that's an actual reality. Look at the statistics, dude. Look at the statistics. The amount of people that just disappear. You find no body, no murder, nothing. It's just as if they didn't exist. And there are such thing, by the way, as alien abductions and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So who's to think that there's something out there that treats us humans like cattle and picks out certain ones and just grabs them and makes it look like they just disappeared? It's fact. And I may be paranoid about this, you know, this and that and this and that. But think about it. When it actually does happen, won't be around to tell you I told you so. When it does happen, then all of you could say, you know what? Arizona was right. It did happen. And he recorded it for the last time on stream. Yep. That way, all of you guys can say, you know what? Arizona's paranoia was actually 100% right. Trust me. That's why I advise you guys, because if you look, all the weird stories that are out there, all the strange stories that are out there, all the strange stuff that's out there, it always happens at night, not during the day, at night. That's why my advice to everybody is, you know, stay indoors at night and don't venture out, because there might be that one odd chance that something strange could happen. And then if it does, well, might not come back to tell about it. It could happen to me. It could happen to you. It could happen to anybody at any given time. Think about it. True facts. But anyway, who's that? Hey, honey, how you doing? Good to see you. Man, I haven't seen you in ages. What you been up to? How's life been treating you these days? Oh, me and the wife, we're doing great, man. Hell yeah, we're doing great. We always do. 100%. Yeah, the wife and I have our off moments. But hell, that's typical with any relationship, any marriage, whatever you want to call it. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be friction. There's going to be competition of thought, ideas and stuff. It happens. When you're sharing your life with somebody, of course, you're going to have what you call the battle of the bulges, the battle of differences, the battle of opinion, feelings, etc., etc. Yeah, I'm glad you came here too, man. I'm glad to see you too. I hope you and your family are doing well as well. Yeah, I will. So, yeah. Damn it, these flies are just being a pest today. And that's because we had a little bit of rain a while back. It was not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. It rained and blew and carried on. So now I'm just getting attacked by flies all over the place. But hey, I would rather deal with flies than deal with mosquitoes. That's fact. Because it got to the point to where even in the middle of the summertime, I had to wear sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt because I couldn't be out here. And what stopped the bullshit, what stopped the crap was, and I'm going to show you here. This little miracle spray right here. This stuff is very, very good. And let me tell you, it stops the pests. Ants, bugs, cockroaches, you name it, it stops it. And also, this one as well. This one was better than the other one that I got. But this one did the trick too. I sprayed and treated my whole entire yard with both of them. And let me tell you, after I did that, I did not see one mosquito. I did not see any pest at all. They all just vanished. It was great. Because I mainly did it because we had a tick problem over here. I mean, yeah, you know, every now and then you know, I'll get a tick or two on the dogs every now and then, but the numbers are really, really low. You know, because last time we used to get ticks on them all the time. Hey, how's it going? You know, and this time, you know, like I said, this time we, you know, we're getting a handle on it, you know, so. Oh, I got good news about my lantern. The last parts on it should be, the mantle parts should be in by tomorrow. And once I get all the parts together, I'm going to show you how I put it together. I'm almost tempted to put it all together now. That way I can show you how I take it apart and reassemble it. But I'm going to wait on. Now, like I said, I've got a red one coming too. And once I get that red one, I'm going to have to do a complete teardown with that. And I'm going to actually show you how I do it. I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how to do it. This one is just going to be a rebuild. The other one's going to be a complete teardown and a rebuild. So, yeah, so stay tuned for that. I just got to get the red one first. Like I said, I'm learning how to basically take care of old antique stuff and really, really do it up good. And, you know, I was thinking, if I really start getting into this, I might decide to make a hobby of it. You know, start doing it more and more on this channel on how to take apart old antique lanterns and how to repair them and clean them and do all that. But what I'm trying to find right now is, well, other than, you know, the components that I need to fix it, but also what I'm trying to figure out is basically I'm trying to look for like I'm probably going to have to go like the dollar store or some shit like that and get like a old pot or an old pan or something, at least a pot, you know, something that's deep. That way I could use that when I need to, you know, boil up my parts in vinegar so that I can put them in vinegar and soak them. And that way that gets all the gunk, because the parts are mainly brass. So you soak them just for a little bit, and then you follow it up with a wire brush, and then good to go. But I learned one lesson in the whole thing. The generator, which is the little metal thing like that, Do not soak it in water. Don't do it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and head out because the dogs are hot. I'm hot, and we're all going to go inside. So you guys take care. Much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace, and as usual, thank you for watching. Hey, Paula, stay over here. Well, now you got to deal with them. Anyway, you guys take care. I love you guys. Take care. Peace. Thank you.